now plugged into the Social Plug Podcast.
What is going on, everybody? I am Johnny Martinez, and you are plugged into the Social Plug Podcast, where we connect you to level up and where we discuss and highlight ordinary people doing extraordinary things. We are always powered by Social Plug Media. We are in beautiful and historic New Braunfels, Texas, at Collab Space Studios, and I got my right-hand man with me this morning, J-Rock. What is going on?
Hey, man. How's it going, brother? You doing all right?
I'm doing good.
I'm ready to get after it today, brother. Get
Yes.
into some books, get into some thoughts, get into some family, right?
Yep. We're going to talk about family. We're going to talk about life. We're going to talk about decision-making, leadership, a whole bunch of things. So we got a special guest. There's two special guests today. Mm-hmm. A returning special guest. She's a leader in the community. She's a leader amongst leaders, all right? She's a award-winning author. She's a mom. She's a great decision maker. She makes pretty great decisions in her life, which, brought her to us today. In life, it's a delicate balance between decision making and influence and networking and the circle that you surround yourself with, J-Rock. I'm sure
Absolutely.
You've heard me talk about that a million times.
Mm-hmm.
It's so important who you value, and it's so important who values you, because you build that connection. And one thing that we do on this podcast is we build relationships, we build connections, and we create stories, or we allow people to tell their story on the podcast. And today's no different. We're going to allow this, not allow is the wrong word. We're going to give the opportunity for somebody to be inspired, be influenced, be motivated by these two special guests that we have today. So they're that dynamic duo. They're a mother and daughter team that are doing great things, not only here in New Braunfels, but beyond. They do a lot of things with youth, and youth is the future. There's songs about it, J-Rock, and you're a youth coach.
I am.
You coach basketball.
Very important.
So the youth are important for us to groom and to develop and to enable them to take our spot whenever we're no longer here, because they are the future, right?
That is correct.
And so we're going to talk about life, and we're going to talk about generational gaps between parents and children, because it is delicate sometimes. Me as a father and me as a previous kid, I got experience in both, but I'm still learning. I'm still growing, and I'm still trying to understand what makes kids tick.
It's tough, right?
It is tough.
Well, no, because that's what they say. It's like tough is like cool.
Oh, okay. Oh,
so we're still learning, right?
We are still learning.
I'm still learning.
Man, I don't know everything. I might know 30% of what I need to know. But
that's something we might learn today. We'll probably learn a little bit more of the wording that these young.
Oh yeah, they have a lot of trends, and these kids watch a lot of TikTok and Instagram and stuff that we didn't have, J-Rock, growing up.
6, 7, right? Or something like that. 6, 7. I'm not exactly.
Well, you got to say it 6, 7, right? So yeah, you got to do it that way. But there's a lot of stuff that these kids are smart.
Oh yeah,
I think they're smarter than we ever were growing up at the point where they're at in their life. All right, at 13 years old, I didn't know anything about anything, man. I was just going with the flow.
I knew Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior. That was probably about it.
Yeah, the Junkyard Dog
Bret
and
Hart,
G.I. Joe.
That was it.
That's all I knew.
Didn't even watch too much cartoons. But yeah, you're absolutely right though, man. Like these kids nowadays, that they can go on YouTube and learn anything too. Mm-hmm. You really put your mind to it, and there's so much out there, so much information.
Right.
Heck, that's why we're sitting here today.
Yep.
I didn't know all this stuff, and we had to learn it.
No. So old fogies like us, we just have to adapt and pivot and learn that the youth is with us in our journey through life, and we have to embrace them, right? We can't be like, I can't stand these kids.
You gotta accept it.
You got to accept it and embrace it. So, yeah. So without further ado, I want to introduce my friends, Evelina Solis and Hope Solis. What's going on, ladies?
Hi. Hi. Hello.
Yeah. Hey, one thing I didn't mention, you guys are also podcasters.
Yeah.
You just started your own podcast, the Ev and Hope Show.
Yeah.
Right?
Hope and Ev Show.
Hope and Ev Show.
Yeah, and it's Hope Castellon, Evelina Solis.
Okay. So who's the host?
We're hosts.
We both like.
Okay.
Take turns.
So my apologies. Hope Castellon.
Yes.
All right. And when you were looking at me, you were like, he got my name wrong. Right? But it's okay. We got it right.
Yeah. Yes.
So you guys look happy.
Ah,
Yeah. And I'm happy. I'm happy that you guys are here today.
I am so honored to be,
Yeah.
and I feel super
Oh,
blessed.
thank you. Because we've already have a relationship built, but we want to expand on that even to another level by having young Hope here.
Yeah.
Because she influences you. You learn from her, and she learns from you. And it's reciprocation like that. And I just like I led off the show saying, value meets value. And she's valuable to you, and you're valuable to her. And I can say that. Just the conversation we had prior to even starting this dialogue here. You guys are great for the community. You're great to inspire people, and I can't wait to hear the rest of your story. So what's going on, guys?
We are so excited to be here. We have so many things that we have been working on, but I agree with you that her voice matters, and I want her to know that. So I couldn't be more happy to be doing this show with her today.
Yeah. So we have a lot of different things that we can touch on. Let's start with the podcast, because we're going to talk about books and we're going to talk about leadership and all these things. But let's talk about the podcast since we are all on a podcast today, right? How's your podcast going, and where can we find it?
It's been going really well, actually. I would definitely say it's a very new experience because I've never done anything like it before. But it's super fun, and it's just really cool to be able to have these conversations and just, like, inspire other people, too.
Yes. I love that we can dream big together. And before, when she was younger, business would take me away a lot to speak. I used to speak on the college market, just do different opportunities that were given to me. And she would come along, she'd be little, but now she like really has a say and can, we're training up leaders and she's being trained up in the process. So it's super cool to be able to have her by my side through all of this. And the podcast has been going well.
Yeah.
I feel that she has great ideas for people that we bring on and the things that we talk about. It is youth driven. It is 2 generations, 1 conversation. But her and her friends, they tell us what we need to be talking about, what they're walking through from their perspective. And I want to make sure we make room for that. So we feature a lot of youth entrepreneurs, youth creatives, youth leaders. And it's neat to be able to hear from just how they would they would go about things or how they handle life situations.
That is so important. You mentioned the leadership portion. We already know you're a leader, okay? We've established that long ago. But to grow and develop young Hope as a leader, and you're spreading your wings out, showing your leadership, not only being on the podcast today, because I asked you if you're nervous. You're like, not really. I've been doing this pretty much all my life. I've been talking all my life. I've been on camera all my life. I've been following Mom around. And what's awesome is you're able to interact and engage with other people your age, maybe a little younger, maybe a little older, but your perspective matters. And your voice matters, just like Mama said. And your voice speaks volumes to others. You're inspiring people right now just by being on the podcast, showing who you are and what you're capable of and what your skill set is. Because a lot of kids your age, Hope, they would be really scared and nervous. They'll be like, I'm not going to come on a podcast. There's no way I can do that. Yeah. Some people are afraid to just even go live on a phone.
Yeah.
But to be in here in a podcast studio with 5 cameras looking at you, 2 mics, with me looking all mean, aggressive, and no, I'm just passionate.
He just hasn't had lunch yet. That's what it was.
I haven't had lunch. But that speaks volumes about who you are and the big smile on your face and all that. Just you're bringing it, and you're just bringing the light. Okay.
Thank you.
And we're going to talk about the books here, Rise from the Phoenix. That's going to be something we're going to talk about, and shine your light. You're shining your light every single day.
Thank you so much.
And hopefully the others see it as an inspirational pathway for them to get involved in youth groups and, leadership camps and all this kind of stuff. Because what you speak about is going to enable them to be like, I can do that too. Because everybody in their mind, they might have confidence to a certain level.
Yeah.
But to get to the next step, you have to just do it and get out there. When I first started the podcast, I was kind of nervous. I was like, I don't know what I can talk about. But I had no idea that I am full of life experience. I'm full of perspective. I'm full of nuggets that can help people grow, develop, get inspired, motivate, influence, all these things. And you guys are doing the same thing. And I love just the concept of the mother and daughter dynamic on a podcast. Holy cow, I mean, it's great.
Yes, yes, yes.
I think it's also been a real big learning curve for us because about 2.5 years ago, Hope would be terrified to step on a stage. I would just throw her up there sometimes, just like say a little something because of conquering that fear and having confidence. It takes practice. It's experience. And she would never understand why, but now she wants to go into acting. And so all of this has been a training ground for her to be able to live out her dreams and the things that she does. And this is all practice to get to that next level.
Very awesome. I love movies. What's your favorite movie?
I just watched this movie the other day. It's called Flipped. It was made in 2010. It's actually a really, really good movie. I watched it and I was like, this actually made it be my new favorite movie. But yeah, that's my favorite movie.
Where can I find that?
YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Flipped.
Yes. It was on Netflix for a while and then they took it down, so now it's on YouTube.
Oh, why'd they take it down?
I think it was too old, even though it was.
It was outdated.
She's an old soul. She'll watch
Okay.
old movies because she loves them.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love it.
She
Now-
loves old music too.
Now, I spoke about adapting and pivoting, but I am stuck on 80s and 90s music and things like that. I can't get with today's music. Maybe you can enlighten me on today's music. Maybe, I don't know, because you're an old soul.
So I do listen to like new music, but I tend to listen to old music more. It's just like what I find, like, I don't know. I just find it like more comforting in old music because I like love the like even just like because my dad would show me like a lot of the music he listened to back in the day too, and so I just started like listening to that type of music, and now I'm having a hard time like listening to the music now because I don't know why. I like the feeling of old music better.
Yeah.
We went to a 90s church event.
Oh, yeah.
And there was, I think it was Whitney Houston came on, and she was asking teenagers if they knew who this song was by. And they were
This lady
saying
was
Ariana
asking
Grande
Yeah.
and all this stuff. And Hope turned around. She's like, no, that's Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
And she was like,
It
oh.
was like her most classic song too. I was like,
Wanna dance with
everybody was trying
somebody?
to say it was like Ariana Grande and stuff. I was like, no.
She knows Michael Jackson, Whitney,
Prince.
the old Mariah.
What do you know about Prince?
I mean, I've listened to a couple of his songs and I really like them. So,
Give me one Prince song.
darn it, I'm blinking, but darn it. Okay.
I know if you heard it, you
Purple
could-
rain,
Yes.
purple rain.
Yes, I've
It
heard.
sounded just like him.
I've heard some like I hear a lot of music when I'm out and I know like who made it, but I forget the name of the songs a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like a couple of like modern artists today. Like I like Gracie Abrams.
Okay.
She's like one of my favorite artists right now. And then I also like Freya Sky. She's
Okay.
another one of my favorite artists.
Okay.
And then that's really it. Like I like Elvis Presley.
Oh, nice. There you
I'm
go.
all shook up. Yeah. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Yeah. Hey, and you're dancing.
Yeah.
So, when you say old music, all right, what do you mean?
Like 90s
Okay.
music.
I guess it's perspective.
Ouch.
No, it is.
That one hurt a little bit right
80s,
here.
Like 80s, like not 90s isn't old, but like
Kinda is.
Kinda
like
is.
It's old school.
Yes, old school. Yes,
That was
like
the time we were
80s,
born,
90s,
around that
like
time.
yeah, I like that type.
So we're
of-
old. Thanks.
Because you were born in
Other than that-
2012.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
So-
And I couldn't tell you who was around in 2012, what the
know.
top hits were.
I don't think I know who was around in 2012. Do you know? Mom?
I can't think of it right now. We also listen to a lot of Christian like worship music.
Okay.
Yes.
And Hope is on the praise and worship team, and
Very
she
nice.
loves to sing. So that's like another.
That's-
She loves to dance, sing, and act. So hopefully she'll be the triple threat.
You'll be the Justin Timberlake female version, right? Or the Jamie Foxx female version.
Yeah.
Then you'll be voicing over trolls here pretty soon. You know?
Oh yes, yes,
There
yes.
you go.
She would love to do that.
Yeah, that would be really fun.
So music and movies are part of life too, and I love that you're an actress already. Do you have any movies that you've been in?
No, I just been really like, cause in order to get into movies, you know, you have to like work your way up there by finding the auditions, like doing all that type of stuff. So I think like right now I've really just been like practicing it a lot. Like I've been practicing my acting just because it's really hard to get into the acting industry because you need to have some type of like you can do it by yourself, but like it's hard to find like things to book, and it's hard to find like just all like the stuff to do. You need an agent too, which is really hard to get to. So I've really just been like, we're gonna start acting classes too, but I've been practicing like a lot. My mom would walk by and I'll be like practicing acting in my room. She's like, "What are you
Great.
doing?"
I'm like, who you
That's
talking
so
to,
cool.
girl?
Yeah.
Who's in there?
I'm glad you said that. So you do sometimes need to audition. You need an agent,
Yes.
but you also sometimes can do it on a podcast.
Yeah.
Right?
sure.
You can do it on a podcast because we can clip reels. So we're on an audition right now. Okay, show me your happy face. You just won the lotto.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. Yeah, you won the lottery. Okay. Your cat just got sick.
Okay. Okay.
You're
Do I
sad.
need to say like?
You're sad.
Okay.
There you go. That's a sad face. Girl, you're on your way.
I'm like
You're on your
cringing
way.
at myself right now.
So I'm gonna send this reel over to Hollywood and see what they say.
Yes, they're totally just gonna pick me.
They're gonna
be
pick
like,
you.
It's been hard balancing because she does sports.
Yeah.
And then the creative arts.
Got a
It's
whole
gonna
bunch of
be-
stuff.
Yeah,
I
she's
love
in
that.
everything. And she's like a leader in her teams. Like she's in the basketball. She just
Yeah.
made the team last week.
Yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
love that.
You know, go
Go ahead, Gerald.
Okay, so I want to say something. So, growing up, I watched a lot of wrestling, right? And you're talking about practicing and in the mirror. Like, I didn't know what I was preparing myself for, but
Yeah.
like, I would hear that some of these wrestlers would try to act like the older wrestlers, you know, like the Ric Flairs and stuff, but they would practice in the mirror, like their facial expressions,
Yeah.
what they're saying, and you know,
Yes.
and so like you're preparing yourself and you don't even know. I'm pretty sure, but you know, this is awesome to hear because I kind of wanted to do the same thing. Johnny doesn't know this either, so this is kind of new for him. I actually, between 22 and 23, I was wanting to be an actor as well.
gosh.
I didn't want to leave my grandfather and all this stuff, my
yeah.
family, right? So that's what I really wish I would have overcame. I didn't have nobody in my ear telling me, hey,
Yes.
this is the next step. You should be doing this. It was all me, right? So I really wish I would have took that route, but you have the right mindset towards it all. Like,
Thank you.
keep going towards with that because that's awesome.
Thank you.
And the basketball thing just puts even bigger smile on my face too. So
Yes, basketball, like, that's another thing that I love, like, besides, like, acting, dancing, singing. That's, like, one thing I'm really passionate about. Like, before, like, I wanted to do acting since I was little. It's always been, like, oh, I kind of want to do that, but I wanted to be a WNBA player for a while. And I still kind of want to do that. I'm not sure. But the main thing I think I want to do is acting. But basketball definitely has, like, a really special place in my heart because, like, it's, like, my way. Like, if I'm angry, I could go outside and, like, shoot hoops. And if I'm, like, if I'm feeling any type of emotion, I can, like, take it up, like, by, like, doing basketball. It's just really fun. The friendships you get to make during basketball and, like, the stuff you get to learn. So,
Yep.
yeah.
She started when she was 5 playing
that's
basketball.
I love that. You just gave a nugget about mental health too, because kids have mental health concerns sometimes too,
Yes.
and I can go in the deep end on that kind of stuff. Social media, friends, family. There's so many things that can influence kids' mental health. But we'll just touch on the part that you relieve your stress by going out to shoot hoops.
Yes, I relieve my stress by going out to shoot hoops and also listening to music. Music is like a main thing that I get. Not like just music is more like if I'm feeling like angry or like sad or something, I just put on like my headphones and start like singing along to the music. But if I'm like stressed and stuff, I'll go outside and play basketball because that's just for me it's a really good way to like relieve it because it's just something I find joy in doing, and so I think it's fun to go outside and also basketball. I've been doing it since I was like 5,
4.5,
4 or 5,
Yeah.
and I say some of my best friends I made from doing basketball, and it's just been, and it's also like puts you, I love basketball because it also keeps you in shape, like, because I know a lot of the times, like, I did volleyball before this. In middle school, volleyball in my league isn't like, they don't condition you that much. So I walked into basketball thinking I would be like okay, and I was like, ooh, I need a condition. But it like helps you get in shape. Like I feel like mentally too, because
I love that. What you
yes,
just said. Okay.
physically and mentally, I feel like it helps you get in shape because you need to learn how to take constructive criticism when you play basketball and not like take it to heart. Like if the coach tells you, "Hey, you're not doing this right. You need to fix that." You can't be like, "Oh no, I'm not good at all." Like this, that. No, you need to like
it
be
off.
able to like shake it, like
Be able to go play again.
listen to what they're saying and go and do it. Because I know like some of the girls on my team have like not like from a couple of years ago not listened to what the coach had said, and that didn't end up working out really well. So I would say like it puts you in shape mentally and physically.
What's one thing that the game is teaching you though, like in life? Like what has basketball taught you in life?
I'd say basketball has taught me to like this is like kind of, because in a game, if you're tired, you still got to push through. So I would say in life, like if you're like mentally drained and if you're tired and if you like feel like the whole world is like falling on your shoulders and stuff, you still got to push through. Because like, let's say if at the end of the game, not all the time, like you win in basketball too. So like to be proud of the wins and to be all like, because if you gave it your all in the game and you still lost, just be proud of like, don't be too hard on yourself too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm tearing up over here because
He's a coach.
I'm a coach one, but also when I was a kid, nobody again told me those things.
Yeah.
And as I got older in life, I'm like, shit, this was the time that I didn't get picked for the team, when I didn't get that job,
Yeah.
or I didn't get what I wanted in life. Like, okay, we got to go through those,
Yeah.
mental things to get through
sure.
that. So that's really cool. You're bringing me to your because of that, but I love it. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Hope, I want to go back to something that you said that raised a good flag for me. You said take constructive criticism. A lot of kids your age don't want to take constructive criticism. A lot of adults my age don't want to take constructive criticism.
Yeah.
It is so important that you're coachable, that you know that you are doing something wrong or something that's not good. And a coach, like your mom, she's a coach as well, right? She's your life coach and she's your life mentor, can get you back on track. And it's not to degrade you or belittle you. It's to help you grow and learn from whatever mistakes you're making. So basketball is a foundation, but it expands into life things, right?
Yeah.
Whether in school, whether you're at home school or public school or out with friends, there's going to be some good decisions that are going to be made and some bad decisions that are going to be made. But you have the coaches in your life to set you straight and say, Hope, you're making a bad decision here, and let me give you the reasons why. Or what you did there or said there wasn't good. Let me help you. And I'm a dad of 2 teenagers, okay? I love them with all my heart. I take a bullet for those guys, right? But there's some times where, and it's not only them, but they're not coachable because they think in their minds that that particular moment was right. And I'm like, no, I have experience.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why they could have been better. And so, and I know a lot of parents struggle with their children, whether it be a boy or a girl. And that is one of the biggest communicative struggles that I see is the kids got to be coachable. The parents got to be coachable as well. And the parents also have to understand that they're not doing everything right. And the communication is essential because there's a generational gap. All right, we let off the show saying that. She's a lot older than you. She has a lot of experience on you, a lot of relationships on you. She's done a lot of things, gone through life. She's made mistakes, and she has a lot of victories as well. You're learning and growing, and you're going to make these mistakes, but having somebody strong like Evelina Solis in your corner is going to make you that much better. So being coachable with these purposeful people like her, these leaders, is going to make you that much better. And I'm a firm believer when you're coachable, you become a student and you don't know everything. Heck, I don't know everything. There's sometimes I need to be coached, right? But I love that what you said, and that gives me the perspective that you're years ahead of where you need to be. Because there's not a lot of 13-year-olds that are going to say what you just said earlier, okay? And I know I went on and on with the dialogue, but it's important that not only you, but the audience. And what I always say, guys, if you can inspire one person, then it's worth your efforts. And hopefully we can inspire 1 or 2 or maybe 100 people with you being on the show today, Miss Hope.
you.
All right?
Thank
I love that.
Thank you so much. But yeah, I would say that it is really important to like be coachable, like on and off the court too, because like your parents may tell you things, and I know I struggle with this, like not always wanting to like do what they tell you, and not always like wanting to like do what they say and stuff, but what they at the end of the day, what they're trying to tell you to do and what they want you to do is like best for you.
Yep.
Like that's for sure.
Spot on. Man, just want to give you a big old hug because that is real talk. And we always talk about, let's have real talk, real life scenarios.
Yeah.
And that's real stuff. All right.
For sure.
Yeah. So the podcast, the basketball, the acting, you have, your leadership roles, whether you know it or not, you're leading people. Okay. And you're leading the people that are watching this as well, whether you realize that or not. Just you on here with the voice, and you're speaking knowledge and speaking wisdom beyond your years. You're leading people.
Thank you.
You're showing your brand.
Thank you.
Okay.
So much.
You understand branding and all that. I'm sure
Yeah.
mom's told you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your brand to me is a 13-year-old leader.
Thank you.
Right.
So
That's
much.
to me your brand. All right. And you're shining your light. So let's talk about the book stuff.
Thanks for the beautiful compliment.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Book.
The book.
Yeah.
Which one?
Which all of them. So we started last time I had you on the show. We talked about
This was
shine
a
your
couple
light.
years ago. That
All
was
right.
2
So
years
this is a
ago.
couple of years ago. Tell us about this while I hold it up.
I did this collaborative book through the Light Beamers community. April Pertui, who runs Light Beamers Facebook group, is out of New Braunfels, and it's a community where we help people become more visible and to share their stories. In the Light Beamers community, we believe that if you share a story, you shine a light in the world. You're creating a path for somebody. You might be someone's survival guide. It's important that everybody knows they have a story to share. Many times when we're in this writing process or coming across leaders and individuals, they're like, but not a lot has happened. I don't have that good, juicy story or that traumatic event. Everybody has a story, and someone can learn from your story. That's not true. You don't have to have flatlined 3 times, in my case, in order to have this incredible story. And so that group has helped me so much during COVID when I needed that community. They really stepped in. I became the Light Beamers community ambassador for that organization and still do stuff with them. We've helped so many women publish books, and seeing them go from being at-home moms or changing careers and now being a multi-time best-selling author. It's just a beautiful thing. And, it's not just women. There's men, too, that have done this, but that's what that book was from. And then for Mother's Day, I had the opportunity through She Rises Studio out of Las Vegas. Thank you, Hannah and Adriana. They're the co-founders of She Rises. They allowed me to be in this book, and this is honoring mothers and mother figures in your life. My grandmother, her anniversary of her death was in September a year, and I wanted to do something to give honor to her as well as paying tribute to the women who have stepped up. My abuela, my mom, these are all very strong, powerful women who had, they would help support the men in their life, like my dad and my grandfather. And, behind every strong man is an even stronger woman. And so I got to highlight them in this story, and it was an incredible experience. But in the heart of a mother, I didn't want to leave out my dad, so I went ahead and did something for Father's Day too, which will be the next one that we talk about.
Very cool. So in this book here that I'm holding, The Heart of a Mother, All right. You mentioned you were one of the authors in here,
Yes.
and I'm going to your page here, or your story, and it's on page 208. All right, and it describes you, and this is pretty accurate. Evelina Solis is an unstoppable powerhouse, a mamapreneur, storyteller, and joyful spirit with a big heart. And the heart is as big as her love for tacos and Texas. All right. So I'm always amazed by you and your story. You're always feeding us with positive light. All right. No pun intended with the Shine Your Light book. But you're just a positive influence on people. When people think of Evelina Solis, at least me, I can say this from my personal testimony, it's a very intriguing brand in the fact that you've gone through some things. You mentioned flatlines, and you've still been able to flourish and rise no matter the circumstance. And you're bringing this young lady with you, and you're creating a leader right before our eyes for everybody to see. So she's an extension of you, obviously. And when we're no longer here, she's going to be the one sitting somewhere atop of some, podcast or somewhere saying, hey, my mom was a badass. Sorry for the bad word.
It's fine.
But my mom was a badass. Right? And I love that. I mean, what other mothers are award-winning authors? What other mothers have their own podcasts? What other mothers are doing all these things for the youth and the church and all these things? And you remain the beacon of light and the beacon of hope as well. I love that. So you did Father's Day.
Yeah, I was going to say in this story, In the Heart of a Mother, it's called Very Good con Papas, because that was a saying that my grandmother used, the one that had passed away. And so that was the way to honor her. And then throughout that, I weaved in my abuela and my mom and just the incredible people and the influence and impact that they've had in my life. It's the reason I am who I am today.
Yep. So this book is called Letters to Him, and it's all surrounding father figures, because fathers are important. And
They sure are.
I love mothers, but when you are missing the father acknowledgement and the father wisdom, sometimes people are missing a piece
Yes.
of life. So we give a big shout out to mothers, but as to fathers as well. So I love that you acknowledge the fathers. And
you.
in this book, it has a picture of you with your daddy.
Yes.
And other pictures as well. So
I've been blessed with an extremely supportive and loving family.
yep.
And it was the least I could do was to honor them.
I mean, it's just the leadership in you, right? Yes. And then we have this book here.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about this one, because this
one
is your
dropped.
newest one.
Yes, it dropped on, all of these are on Amazon, and
Okay.
you can buy them personally from me. I'd love to sign them for you. We're going to have a book signing coming up either at the end of November or sometime in December through Light Beamers. They're going to host it. But Becoming an Unstoppable Woman, The Rise of the Phoenix, it dropped October 7th.
I don't know if you want to hold that.
Yeah. And this one's a big one, but thankfully the good thing is these collaborative books, the stories are only like 10 pages, 8 to 10 pages. Mm-hmm. So they're an easy read, almost like a chicken soup for the soul. Mm-hmm. And they're all very uplifting and inspirational. And this one means so much to me because this young lady right here is featured in this story. It's called Born to Shine, the miraculous story of hope and grace. So it's got a double meaning, but bringing hope into this world because of all the health challenges that we've talked about 2 years ago on this podcast. It is a true miracle that she's sitting here right now. I wasn't supposed to be able to have children. My body had went through a lot of trauma. It's just doctors had said that if I ever tried to have a child, that either I would lose my life giving birth to her or I would not be able to carry her full term. So obviously God had a better plan, and I'm super grateful. And so this story is a lot of the trials that Hope had to overcome at a very young age, because when I found out I was pregnant with her, I was in my second trimester. So I was already like 15 weeks pregnant, and I was on a lot of medication because of having lupus and them not knowing a lot of the diagnosis, and they didn't know what the future looked like. So I honestly thought, because I was on a second phase of chemo, my lupus was so severe, had lost a lot of my hair, gained a lot of weight. It's just like my body went through a lot that, at one point I remember crying, but in prayer, just like trying to accept that I would not be a natural mother. And then when I met my ex-husband, the husband at the time, he had children, then I was like, okay, well, I can be a bonus mom. And so this was my way to be a mother. And then boom, the next thing we find out after, getting married was just that we were pregnant with Hope. And I was just like, what? So it was so exciting, but then it was scary because the doctors were like, we don't know how this is going to go. And at one point, they had suggested that might be best to abort Hope. And just spiritually, like where I stand in my faith, that was not an option for us. I felt like if God brought her to us, he was going to bring us through it. And I'm so grateful because this young lady sitting here right now is not what the diagnosis and what the x-rays and the things would show in my ultrasound. They thought there was going to be a lot more complications with Hope. And she's had her, she's had a variety of things that we've had to walk through, specialists and different things. But the fact that she is a smart, creative leader is just something that only God could do. And I'm just really grateful. And that's why it's a miraculous story of hope and grace.
That is a miracle.
Yeah.
And you had the tough decision to abort or to keep. And obviously you made the right decision.
Yeah.
And that decision is inspiring others today. Because there's people, Evelina, that go through this kind of stuff every single day. This is nothing, out of sorts. It's pretty normal. And we live in a world today where people, want to abort and, and some are against it. That's a whole nother, can of worms. But you made the right decision. And it just goes to show that God is in your life and he's blessed you beyond, things that you can even dream of or believe of. And her hand and God's hand are together on the youth today.
Yeah.
Not only in New Braunfels, but beyond. So the trials and tribulations, I always like talking about how struggles have made you better. Just describe to me in a sentence or so, how has she made you better?
She gave me purpose. I was struggling. Just breathing, living, doing normal things was a true struggle. And I felt that there had to be something bigger and greater. And she was
She revived you.
Yes, she gave me so much life. And I'm so grateful for her. And that's why her name is Hope Grace. God gave us at that time just that by his grace, he would bring her into our world to give us hope. And that's how she got her name.
And Miss Hope, I'm going to ask you the same question about your mama. How has she changed your life?
Okay. In a sentence? Or
however you want to say it.
Okay, I would say that she's taught me to be a fighter because she's just a strong person. After all she's gone through, you have to be so extremely, strong and have your, because if you give up at any time, because she was, there's times where she was literally, fighting for her life on, a deathbed. Mm-hmm. And so, you have to be strong, mentally, a lot, because there's times where you could be oh, I want to give up, and then you could just, you just have to fight really hard. So I would say she taught me to be a fighter, and she's taught me to just be a better person in general, because she's such an extremely, she's a great example of what I want to be when I'm older. I just want to be, I want to make an impact like she's made when I'm older, and I want to be able to do, some of the stuff she's done. So I would say she just taught me a lot in general, so, yeah.
And as parents, we always want our kids to be better than us, right? Mm-hmm. Accomplish more than us. Mm-hmm. And young lady, nothing against your mama here, but I know you can accomplish even more than what your mama's accomplished. You're already starting off the right way. Now, mama's accomplished a lot, so you got a lot of work to do, all right? A heck of a lot of work to do. But every day she inspires you. Mm-hmm. Every day she molds you and creates you into something that you had no idea you can even evolve into. She's doing that for you. And I love the love that you have for each other. And you motivate each other, and you keep, Evelina does something, Hope does something. Evelina, Hope, and you guys are just climbing that ladder with just inspirational things.
Yes.
And I love that. And you're just kind of one-upping each other. And it's a friendly rivalry, even though you probably never thought of that. It's a friendly rivalry here. Hey, Mom, I'm going to do this. And I can kind of see that. Because I kind of have that with my kids as well. Like, okay, you hit that ball to the outfield. I'm going to hit it over the fence. And, but it keeps us going.
Yeah.
And it's a lovely thing to watch. I wish more kids had that perspective. And I'm sure they do. We just don't see them on camera all the time. But I'm sure they do.
Yes.
Parents and kids are doing a wonderful job overall, I would say, of developing and raising themselves to be leaders. But you guys are producing it on camera and in front of everybody. And I just love that on stages. And so let's talk about the youth stuff on stage, because I went to one of your events, and I think you were up on stage at that event.
Yes, I might have been.
At the
I might have
talent
been
show?
up on, I might have been up on the stage. Yes.
Yeah. Were you singing?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
While you guys were packing up, she
Yes.
was singing because you all turned and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
that's Hope up there.
Yeah. I don't know if it was Whitney Houston or if it was Hope.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's awesome. But I was going to say, when you're talking about us, too, I was telling her how much I do admire her, because at 13, she is a lot further, and she's gone through more trials.
Right.
I mean, I went through stuff in my late 20s, early 30s. I mean, everybody goes through adversity, but what she's had to endure, the grit and perseverance, and she's... Yeah, I love and
Yeah, she's
admire her so much,
beyond her years mentally.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So you were saying about shining your light.
Yeah, I would say. Wait, you started off. I'll go off of what you say.
We started Shine Your Light. Hope was 9, and we had a bunch of the girls. A lot of the girls will ride in the vehicle with us, because I was a coach too for the sports. I'm a life coach, but I'm also I like to
Basketball
coach sports. And I was hearing a lot of their concerns in conversation in the vehicle. Her friend just came on our podcast to co-host, and she said she remembered that moment too. And we just talked about what is it that we could do, because being an entrepreneur is answering a problem. It's, giving a solution to something. And we realized that these girls were walking through a lot at such a young age, but they were going to get ready to go into middle school soon. And I was like, what if there is other students that need the tools in their tool belt by the time they get to middle school? Because there's bullying, and there's self-esteem issues, there's depression, anxiety, the mental health stuff. And I was like, what is it that we could do? And I remember not being able to shake the conversation in that vehicle that day. A few 9-year-old girls talking what they were already walking through. It was so much to carry. And being people of faith and just loving the Lord so much, how could we create this safe, welcoming environment for students? And that's kind of how Shine Your Light Camp was born. It was, I think, perfect timing. It's all about God's timing and when things happen. But the fact we both couldn't stop thinking about it, and on the drive home, I just got really emotional. Like, how can we help your friends and other students just like you all? Because you're going to be going into middle school soon. And this is the time now. I feel like we wait too long sometimes, or we don't feel that the kids can handle that responsibility. But being a leader, because I go to a lot of these women groups and I hear the struggles are the same, but they're just older. And they wish they would have had the tools, like J Rock said. He wishes he would have had a coach tell him these things. He wishes he would have had parents that, that encouragement. Maybe they didn't know what to say. And I was like, how can we be those mentors and fill in? And it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village. And so you need this community, a sphere of influence that's going to help with that. But you need to be able to trust them too. And just having the education background that I had, having the coaching background. I'm a former journalist. I love hearing people's stories, and I love trying to help. I love to serve. So I was like, what should we do? And so that's kind of how camp came about. What did you want to add?
I would say I remember the time. It was after a basketball game. We were in the car. It was the conversation. And my mom is the type of friend. I'm not a friend. I mean, my mom's the type of person where all my friends will tell everything to her, because they just like love her. So like we're all just talking. It was after a basketball game, and yeah, we're just telling like what we were going through and stuff. And going off of what she said, like I remember her saying, like, what is there anything we could do to like help the kids that are going through this type of stuff? And we were just like, at the time, we were like, I don't know. Like, we didn't, because we didn't know what to do. And then, but I remember we also pitched the idea of a camp. We're like, it would be cool to have a camp where there's a bunch of kids around our age, and we would get to like learn how to go up on stage and speak, and then it would be cool to get to like meet new friends and stuff. And so me and my friend that we had on our podcast, name's Emily, we're just like, it would be so cool to do camp. Like, and we just kind of kept on like saying we kept on telling my mom it, and she was just like, almost like that would be a really good idea. And then like not even like a year later, she ended up doing it, and it ended up being so fun. It was like one of my favorite camps, I would say.
Nice.
I think he's growing every year.
Yes.
Yep. And you're gonna have more. You have more of these camps.
Yes.
Do you
We
have
hope
anything
one
coming
day
up?
it goes across the country, that there's
Yeah.
more Shine Your Lights all over. That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So how many camps have you had?
We're almost going to be on our fourth one.
Okay, and it's one a year.
Yes,
Yes.
every June.
Yep.
And we
But if
have,
it gets really big, we might have to make two.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One in June and one in July.
and we might, and we also have events outside of Shine Your Light that we do for the program. Like we have open gyms that we do near us. We have
Worship nights,
worship nights. We have like just like leadership, like
trainings.
trainings,
We've
like
done Bible study, hosted for the youth. We do community service.
Yeah.
We try to do something around Thanksgiving to help feed families, and then we will do caroling. It's like an
Oh, yeah.
annual event where we go into the nursing homes and spend some time with the elderly.
That's one of my favorite because it's always so fun to see their face light up. Like, and it's so cool to get to, because whenever you're like on like one of those like elderly homes, you get to know them better too. Because whenever they just decide to, you get to have like really like good conversations with them, and they'll give you really good pieces of wisdom and advice, and it's just really fun to do that.
A lot of them don't have family.
Yep. It's awesome when the youth come in and merge with the elderly because you need each other,
Yeah.
whether you know it or not. The elderly need to feel the youth around them so they can feel young again and they can feel resourceful, and you know how it, because they have children and they have, you know, loved ones that are younger, and they feel the togetherness, and they just feel part of their
Yeah.
heart is
Yeah.
you know, sewn back together if they have a broken heart or whatever. So I love that you encourage others to go speak
Yeah.
to the elderly and play cards with them
Yes.
and knit blankets and play Uno or whatever. I mean, that's so important. And yeah, just hearing all that, and you're building the confidence not only in yourself but in others. I mean, that's special. And you're also learning some skills along the way. Project management. You're learning organization. You're learning to lead teams. You're learning how to be a manager. There's so many things that you're learning by putting these groups together.
Yes.
Because logistically, and that means putting all these teams together, and logistics means, you know, there's travel and there's all kinds of other parts. It's not just an event that just makes itself.
Yeah.
People have to make it, and there's decision makers and there's leaders that have to come together and do these things. So you guys are doing that, and you as a 13-year-old, you're doing that as well. And a lot of 13-year-olds don't have that skill set.
Yes.
Some adults don't have that skill set,
That's so true.
right? So you're learning that very rapidly, and I do that. Or I love that, and I cherish people who understand the big picture concept, because life is big picture. Of course, there's things that are going to be small picture right in front of you, but big scope is you're learning these things. And when you're 21, 28, 35, and it's going to be second nature to you
Yeah.
on how to build these dreams and hopes and these camps and all these things. So
Yes.
kudos to you guys, Mama.
What makes
You're next level.
Thank you. What makes Shine Your Light unique is we have a youth advisory board. So they really drive a lot of what we do, and they're the hands and feet, because we want them to get that experience, that training. And like I said with the podcast, their voice matters. They need to be heard. They need to be valued. They need to know that they are loved. And we build that on the foundation of Christ. Yeah. And we're able to teach that in the process too, to grow in their faith. And that life is going to be hard. You know, God says, it says, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. So there will be weapons, but they will not prosper. And so I just, being able to be chosen to be able to do that and be that person in their life is truly, really an honor. And then having them work side by side with us and be able to tell us exactly the direction we need to go with things. It's a unique setup, I think.
It's really fun because, we'll have, for Shine Your Light camp, we have, teams and stuff. So me and my friends will help, Tuesday's going to be on the team. And then, I help my mom with a lot of, the planning, the, event. She'll be like, should I do this or this or this? And I'll just help her with that. And it's just really fun to see the ending product of, what our work came out to be. But, yeah, I'd say that.
And she's a great editor. She knows how to edit reels
Very nice.
really well, so that helps a lot, too.
On CapCut?
Yeah.
Very nice.
She sure does.
Yeah.
Hey, and I thank God for CapCut.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
And
Yes.
YouTube and all these things as well, because those are all miracles as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we try to teach the kids all those programs because they're going to need them for everything they do in the future.
Yes. And AI and all that kind of stuff is taking over, but we still need the humanistic element to make sure that we're getting things done the right way. And I love the element you have, you put in all your trust, faith, and confidence in God. I love that. And I know there's some people that don't want to hear any of that stuff, but guess what? God is the light, and God is the pathway to success, to, freedom, to mental freedom and mental health and all these things. You have to believe in something righteous, and you have to be passionate in what you do every single day. And I love that you have God right along with you, right? And you understand that there are things that are going to deter you,
for sure.
right? Because when there's good, there's also bad.
Yes.
But you have to be able to overcome, and being a decision maker and a leader helps you alleviate a lot of these things and minimize and mitigate a lot of these challenges and roadblocks. Because you guys have been through a lot of stuff already, near death stuff, right?
Yes.
And some might say you might not even should have been here today, right? But guess what? You're here and you're prospering and you're flourishing. And I love that. And that's what this show's about, just highlighting ordinary people doing extraordinary things. And you guys, gals, are doing extraordinary things. So we got the holidays coming up. We got Thanksgiving and Christmas. What are you guys doing for those two events?
For Thanksgiving, we usually, our whole, family usually gets together to have a good dinner or whatever it is. But, we
For Shine Your Light.
For sure. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Or both.
Yeah,
Both, I mean.
yeah.
Okay.
You're good.
What do we do for Shine Your Light food?
Well, we have our next event is coming up on November 15th.
Okay.
This is a unique event that, again, came from the thoughts of our leadership board. And it's going to be called Family Game Night. And it's the parents versus kids showdown. It's going to be team building. We're going to put them through a little bit of Shine Your Light camp stuff. Nice. But they're going to play their parents against in basketball and in volleyball. And volleyball.
She's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. So they're going to have to take it a little easy on us. We don't want any parents, trying to crawl out because they're injured or they might not be able to walk the next day, but it'll be all in good fun because...
You mean LeBron James? He's always injured.
LeBron James, yes. So true. Yeah. And I just think it's a great way because one of the pillars for Shine Your Light, there's different, there's centered in Christ, there's purpose, there's leadership, there's connection, and confidence, communication. So this is a way to bring families to talk together, just like the podcast. Get families around the table to talk more. And these students, a lot of them want to battle it out with their parents in the sport that they love because it's been years since their parents have played in a game like that. And they might, shoot outside with them and things, but they want to see who's going to get bragging rights. Really, that's what it comes down to. Good, competitive, friendly fun.
she's so excited for that. She's like,
You are too.
she's like, the parents are gonna win, and I'm like,
She's like,
sure.
no, they're not.
Hey, these kids are pretty good nowadays.
They are. They're really
I
good.
have a couple of friends that are like really, really good at basketball, and so I'm like, I don't know if the parents will win because our friends will probably be on the kids team because. Yeah, but
They might not be able to come. Those two might not be able to come, so that might help us.
Hey, J-Rock might be available.
Yes, come on, J-Rock, come
you want
through.
me to come hoop?
Yes.
I can come hoop.
It's
with them.
Saturday, November 15th from 6 to 9 p.m. at Mill Street Gym. We've created kind of a collaboration since Mill Street and the New Braunfels Youth Collaborative is all about that next generation. So we've been hosting some of our events there, and it's worked out great.
Did y'all
so
happen,
thank you.
Did y'all
to New
happen to
Braunfels
catch,
Youth Club.
what was it, the Glow Night the other night?
We didn't get to, our event was
No?
the day before. We had
Oh,
in the
gotcha.
open gym, we had a praise and worship night with
I had a
open
friend
gym.
that went to the Glow Night though. They said
Did they
it was
enjoy
fun.
it? Yeah, it looked fun.
Yes, it did.
I mean, I wanted to go in there, but they said I was too old, so I couldn't get in there.
Well, he is pretty old. He just turned 37 yesterday.
Yeah, I just had a birthday, so. But yeah, no, I think
Happy belated.
Yeah,
Thank
happy
you,
belated
thank you so
birthday.
much. I love what they're doing though. We had Daniel O'Quinn on my show, and he does great. What they're doing out there, and I love that they're reaching out to the community and trying to make so many things happen for these kiddos. Because that was something I wish I would have had, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of did. Shout out to Coach. Dr. Campos. He had the Westside Community Center, but and he did great things for us there too. But I love how this aspect of what they're doing at Mill Street is awesome. So it's that older group of kids, which I love because they're the ones that need that
Really
leadership
need
too.
it. Yeah, we hosted a lot at Westside, and we were super grateful for them. Jen, when she was there, and then Zane.
We
had
Jen.
our last.
Jen.
Yes, we
We
missed her
miss
so
Jen.
much. We had our first Shine Your Light camps with them, and then this year we're gonna be trying to figure out
Where we're
just
gonna be.
sponsors and where we're gonna be because it seems like they've been catering more to seniors lately at Westside. And I'm hoping that the New Braunfels Youth Collaborative will make space for us at the gym this year, but it's kind of hard. They're new and upcoming, and they already have a lot of programming in their books. So maybe reach out to a church gym, New Braunfels Church of Christ or First Baptist. We've done events at different places.
I do a lot of my basketball practices there.
at both of those gyms.
Yeah.
So if y'all are listening, we need gym rental. We need lots of sponsorship. We give kids T-shirts. We get them swag bags. They need to eat every single day. It's a 4-day camp. It's June, the second week of June. We'll have our 4th annual Shine Your Light. It takes a lot of work. We have speakers that come in that are experts in their careers and field. Johnny, you and your wife have been amazing at just providing us with the photo booth for the students and doing anything really that we've needed. And then Jerry, he's come in before to speak to the students about the different careers that he does, and they've really enjoyed
It was
him.
really cool. Yeah, I love.
So we get community people that
awesome.
are experts in their field to give students the breakdown of what they do and how they got into it, kind of tell their story to inspire them so
that's
that
awesome.
maybe that they'll go into that career and field. We love mentors at Shine Your Light. We're always looking for mentors and people in the community that want to invest into our youth. They are our future. So if there's professionals out there that want to team up with a youth organization, we would love to get you background checked and get you in the, into the system, the program.
So Whitney Houston sings that song about the children being our future. What's the name of the song? It's I believe the children are our future.
I forgot.
Teach them well and let them lead the way. I kind of sound like the guy from Coming to America when Eddie Murphy was playing. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yes. Yeah. But that's a song by Whitney Houston. We referenced Whitney Houston earlier, and then you just said children are our future. So
And then you're making me think of Michael Jackson, We Are the World.
Yeah, we are the world. We are the children.
We are the children. Yep.
Yes.
That's a good
Yep.
one.
That was a great song. Talk about old school songs.
Yes.
I don't know if you ever have heard that song, We Are the World.
Yeah, I think
She loves Michael Jackson, so
But
she knows a lot of Michael.
Back in the 80s, I think this was like 83, 85, something like that. I was a kid, yes. You had people like Lionel Richie, Kenny Rogers, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Prince wasn't on there. I think Prince was just starting out.
Yeah, I don't think he was on that
But
one.
you had a lot. Dionne Warwick. I know you probably never heard of her before, but she sings some good inspirational songs.
Yeah,
you know
she
Dionne Warwick.
does. Yeah.
But yeah, so songs and sports and leadership all go together to mold our lives. And one thing I didn't ask you, because you said I like listen to songs when I'm sad. Do you think music can change your mood?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
Whenever I'm sad, I always listen to happy music. Because I used to, when I was sad, I used to listen to sad music, and that just made me sadder.
Yes.
So I stopped doing that. But it definitely can change your mood. Because, like, if you're, I've seen it happen to me before. If you're in a good mood and then you start listening to sad music, you're going to, like, it's happened. I've listened to sad music, and all of a sudden, I'm just, like, in a depressed mood. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, and then my mom's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No." And she's like, and then she's like, "What happened?" I was like, "I don't know." But I think music can definitely change like your mood for sure. Because like if you're listening to happy music, then you become like, if it makes you want to dance and stuff, then that could totally change how you're feeling. But
The same thing goes for people. Hanging out with the right,
Yes.
inspiring people can change your entire mood. And not only change your mood, it can change your life. So,
That's-
Mama,
Hope
what
has
were you
a
gonna say?
nickname in our household. It's Songbird.
Okay.
Because she's happy. This girl sings all the time. My dad gave her that name. He's like, Songbird. And he's like, if she isn't singing, then we know there's a problem.
Yep.
Because she's singing all the time in the shower, in the hallway, in the room. I didn't ever have to even have a radio on because this girl's singing in the car,
Very nice.
everywhere.
Very nice.
I sing.
Since she
it's
was been little,
bad.
since she
Yeah.
could talk, she's been
I sing like
loving music.
I think I sing like 24/7. I'm literally like I'm in my room.
She's gonna be on the praise and worship team
and I'll just
tonight.
be staring at the wall singing, and I can do that for like a whole hour, like without anything. I could just literally just sit there and sing and look at the ceiling.
That's
but
awesome.
like yeah, they call me Songbird because I sing a lot. I think it gets annoying sometimes because I sing way too much.
No.
Hey, just be yourself. If singing is your thing, do it. They have to adjust to you. I talk about pivoting. Parents have to pivot. They have to pivot to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because happiness is a choice, and singing is happiness, right?
For sure.
God gave her that gift, and
yes,
she's
so-
using it for him.
Use it.
That's and the friends I have too. We all like know how to we all have like singing experience. So literally anytime you're around me, my friends, all of us are singing. Literally,
They all play
of us.
sports and they all sing.
And then
That's awesome.
then we're not afraid. Like they'll literally sing while we're in grocery stores. I'm like, yo.
They'll bust out in dance moves all the time. I'm like, okay, here we go.
Yeah, so we just
You don't
sing
even need
literally
to-
everywhere. But
Right here's the show right in the middle of Target.
yeah,
It's fun.
That's
So,
awesome.
ladies,
They're a
it's
lot of
been
fun.
it's been an honor and pleasure having you on.
Thank
We
you
talked
for
about the
having
podcast. Where else can we find the podcast?
we can find it on Spotify, YouTube. Okay, these are the rest.
So, yes, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, I'm trying to think, Podbean, and then you'll get reels on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Very nice.
We're trying to go.
So you haven't
is it?
released any full episodes yet, right?
We have on YouTube, there is
Okay.
one full, but the second full is about to come out tomorrow, I think. It'll be
Okay.
done and ready.
Okay.
We
Very
are
nice.
4 episodes in, but the production part of
Right,
it
right.
takes a while.
Yeah.
Trying to get it all. And so we're getting reels out faster than we are the full
Yeah.
episodes.
Well, the reels are cool because they're teasers.
Yes.
And so
they can be ready
Right.
for what's to come.
Very nice.
Maybe we can have you all on our podcast soon.
Hey,
Let's
that,
do it.
We'll flip the tables,
There you go.
That would be cool.
turn the tables.
I'd be a little nervous to
Get interviewed by the
yeah,
kids.
Get interviewed, yeah.
Yeah, we have youth co-hosts that come on and they're with Hope,
That would be
drilling
so
you
fun.
with the questions.
Yeah.
It is real. It's a lot of fun. It really
That's
is.
so awesome.
I'd be sweating.
Yeah.
Like, oh. And your books, where can we find your books at?
You can find them all on Amazon. And if you live in the area, somewhere close by, I have copies myself, and I would love to sign it for you so you can have it
They're
personalized.
also available on a Kindle.
Yes.
You can read them on a
Kindle.
Kindle.
Okay.
Nice.
Very cool. There's some people who like the audiobooks. Is it audiobook?
It's not an audiobook
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
Hope is challenging me to get my own official full story in a
Yeah.
book.
Okay.
Because my book has been featured in 2 other books that were written by other authors before I started writing in the collaborative books. She's like, Mom, just put them all together and just publish your full story. The reason I became an author in the first place is because of her. Mm-hmm. Her class published a book together in 5th grade.
Very nice.
And she said, you talked about this like 10 years ago on an interview. She goes back and watches these interviews from 10 years ago.
Yeah, I'm like, I said,
She
you
held me
said
accountable.
you were going to write a book like 10 years ago. I was like, when are you going to do that? And then she's like, I don't know. I was like, you have a good story. You need to share it. Like,
She put the fire under me. And
Good.
so in the
like,
same
do
year,
it.
we published a book.
Yeah.
So
Well,
she
good.
published hers that year, and later that year, she did it earlier in the year, like in January, and ours came out in October. So we both were published authors in the same year.
That's amazing. So you held her accountable
She sure did.
as well.
yeah, it's like, I would be like it took a lot of convincing her because she was like, I think I want to do this. I don't know. No, she wouldn't make up her mind. I'm like, you got to do it, Mom. I'm like, come on, just do it. And then
Quit
she's
dragging your feet, Evelina.
Yes.
Just get it done.
Exactly.
Because that's what we tell others, right? Just get
Exactly.
it done.
Done is better than perfect,
I
and
was
I was
like-
trying to make it all right, like the timing and this and that. And
I was
she's
like, Mom,
just
do it."
Yeah.
And now look how
Imperfection.
many books have came out
Yeah.
since.
Imperfection is perfection.
Yeah.
People want to see authenticity and a genuine conversation. That's why we don't have any notes. I have some bullet points here, but I wanted to make sure that we get an authentic conversation going. We didn't know what we were talking about, but we just knew we were going to have conversation about leadership and youth and the future and things like that. And I think we had a pretty good conversation. I'd like to have another conversation where we have part 2, 3, and maybe part 10. Right? Because
Love that.
you guys are a great duo, and I wish you well. I wish you
you.
well
Thank you.
in everything that you guys do.
Thank you.
Because without people like you, society's failing. So we need society to win and society to do great things. People need mentorship and inspiring stories like this. Today's a lot of doom and gloom. People are clicking on the bad stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And that might be the devil working.
Yeah.
But
it
people,
sure is.
people need the positive beacons of light, the odes to the father, the odes to the mothers, and just togetherness and everybody working together, and we'll be a better society overall.
Yeah.
And you'll be amazed at the mentality shift. If you start allowing positive, great people into your life, your mentality will shift and you'll start becoming more inspirational, motivational, things like that. And I can go on and on about that topic, but I think you guys get the gist,
Yeah.
right? Surround yourself with positivity and you'll get positive results. That's just the bottom line.
Yeah.
That's just period, point blank.
Yeah,
All
let's
right?
bring families back together and raise up
Yes.
kingdom leaders. Come
Yes.
on, join us in this journey.
Absolutely.
Shine with us.
Yep,
Yeah.
Let's go.
absolutely. So you have every June you have these events, these camps.
Yes, the camp is the second week in June. It has been for the last 3 years. So that is what we're planning for year 4. And right now we're getting the sponsorships to be able to pull off that camp.
So how can we find information on that? By following your socials?
Yes, all
How
my
do we-
socials.
How do we follow that?
You find Evelina Solis, that's Evelina, and then Solis is Solis. Even if you just Google me, it's a very unique combination, and you'll
Yeah.
find my name on there. Hope checks my
Yeah, I try
digital
like,
footprint
yeah.
quite a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
I'm just like, she's like, did you know this? I
I'll
was
look
like,
up her name and I'll
no.
be like, my friends, they'll look. I was like, yo, look, like they were just like talking through, like they figured out like all the stuff my mom did. They said, so if I look up her name, will she pop up? I'm like, I think I've tried it once. Like you can try it, and they looked it up, and like a bunch of her photos popped up. They're like, what? They're like, your mom's famous. Your mom's famous. I was like, and then they're like, look at all these interviews. Like what? I was like, y'all. I was like, and they were like freaking out, and they're like,
She's like,
Miss
it's just my
Evelina, you're
mom."
famous. They're like,
my mom.
and they were like, we know someone who's on the web, and then they're like, oh look, you're on there too. I'm like,
You ever want to be humble, just talk to your daughter. That's just my mom. I don't know. And it's funny because one of a childhood friend of ours, like that she's had since she was 5, he wrote a paper
oh yeah.
to find out more about my life. It was like you get to write a paper
It
on
was
unsung
like-
heroes in high school, and they give them a list of like current
chose
public
my mom.
figures and past public figures, and he told the teacher, the person I want to write about is not on this list. And they let him.
That is so cool.
And then he delivered it to me for my birthday.
Yeah,
It was
so
that's
sweet. He
awesome.
like started like tearing up.
I cried.
But like it was like he said people on the list were like Helen Keller and like all the people.
You know, all these like really famous people.
And then
just
he's like
just a
he's like
normal
no, I
person
wanted to
in the
do a
Braunfels.
recent, and then he ended up doing it on her, and it ended up it was like
it was so sweet.
It was
he
really-
he did a great job.
and he
really doing
watched like a
research.
bunch of her interviews there and everything. I was like, oh my gosh. Like,
He was at our event this last week. We had an event, and it was funny because he was telling some kid out there. He was like, "If you think about it, she's done it." And he just like going because now he knows my whole
Yeah.
career resume.
That's
it was
so
really
cool.
funny.
That's
Thank you,
awesome.
Tony. Thank you for doing that.
That's so
yeah.
awesome.
Very awesome. J-Rock, you got anything for us?
Yeah. What is your favorite basketball player? You didn't tell
Steph
us.
Curry
Steph-
Steph Curry or I would say LaMelo Ball, but he gets injured a lot. So
Yeah, he does.
who's your favorite basketball player?
My all-time favorite basketball player is Tim Duncan, and my
favorite?
second is Tony Parker. So
Yes.
Michael Jordan.
Right.
Michael
You
Jordan.
Michael Jordan?
Yeah, I grew up outside of
Michael
Chicago,
Jordan.
2
Really?
hours.
Oh, okay.
So
really
growing up,
Michael
the
Jordan.
2P, 3P, 4 we
Yeah.
tried
He's
to
a
do it all.
household name.
He's a household name,
Yes, they
yeah.
talk about him a lot.
Yeah, I went to a Tony Parker camp when I was younger, and so after him
Oh
just
my
like
gosh.
being there, and I just fell in love with just his game, and so I learned how to do his floater.
That's so
I was a
cool.
mid-range shooter, and then his spin move.
Oh,
I would
yes.
practice it so many times. So
Yes.
Tony Parker's up there for me
Steph
too.
Curry. My dad. I think was it you or my dad that showed
Both
me?
of us, I
Like
think.
I started. My dad grew up in California, so like all the teams around that area. Like he likes the Lakers though.
He's a Laker fan.
Yeah, he's a Laker fan. So we
won't talk about that.
Yeah, but so I kind of like I started like watching more like Steph Curry stuff. I'm more of like an outside shooter, so I
Okay.
shoot from like the 3-point line a lot, and I'm also a mid-range shooter. So it's like I think he like really inspired me too. From also when he was younger, like his story how he was like. Nobody believes in him since he was like really small, and like nobody like thought he would be able to do it. Now look where he is now.
That's great.
So I thought that like I've also like I really loved his story, and also that I just love like the way like he plays and his like technique too. That I've always found that like really like I'll try doing some of his moves too. It will not turn out well. It's very messy. I'll try like if I'm practicing outside with my mom, I'll be trying to do this move, and then it'll turn out really bad. She's like, "What did you try to do?" I was like, "Oh, nothing."
I saw Curry do that. I saw Curry do it last night.
She got courage out there.
I've gone to like 2 Warriors games, and I really
Nice.
want to see Steph Curry. But both of those times he was sitting out.
Oh no.
Load
Yeah.
management.
Yes.
Yep, the load
Because
management.
they were
You
going
know
into
my-
the
my idea on
finals.
that.
Yeah.
They were going into the finals,
I
and they
was
were trying to save him. And I'm
I
just
was like,
would
they're
have been
probably
nice to
gonna,
know.
Yeah, I'm like, we probably would have won anyways. Like, they
Yeah.
said that he sprained his ankle or something, but he was like perfectly fine the next day.
Johnny's gonna get a little upset with
Yeah.
this. We talk about.
I have some heartburn
Yeah.
towards the NBA.
Yeah, just because of that reason. Like, what if we, like y'all did? What if you go out there
We
and you
did.
spend so much money to go
did.
watch
Yes.
him and he doesn't show up?
Yes,
you know?
and I was like, I was literally like, I like a bunch of the other players on the at the time. There was like Jordan Poole on the team, and there was like all the Klay Thompson. So it was fun seeing them too. But yeah, I've always just really like whenever I'm outside. Right now I'm wearing LaMelo Ball shoes outside on the court, but I wore Curry shoes for like for a long time. But but yeah,
That's cool.
those are like my 2 favorite.
So
players.
Steph Curry, if you're listening,
Right.
Hope has big dreams for our podcast. She has like a list of musician, artists, like players, all these people that speak out about their faith, or even actors who are Christian. Like she wants to interview everybody on our podcast. So if
Yeah.
you're listening,
That's
And
awesome.
Steph Curry.
let's go.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So I talked about 80s and 90s and being, inspired by that. My favorite player is the Admiral, David Robinson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Inspired me, and I remember when David Robinson would play, he'd play 82 games.
Yeah.
Jordan he played 82 games. He wouldn't sit out.
Yeah.
So nothing against today's NBA
Yeah.
players. Well, there's actually a lot against those guys, but
The NBA is a
yeah.
lot
get
different
them
than when we
started.
were
Yeah.
watching it growing up.
yeah. I remember Reggie Miller and all
Yeah,
these
Reggie
guys would
Miller.
play no matter what. They can have a broken ankle or whatever, and they'd still play the game.
Yes.
But that's a whole nother podcast, ladies.
Well, oh, go ahead.
It's true. It's true.
And
Oh,
last
another
thing I
one.
was gonna say too is I also like Kobe Bryant, but
Yeah, Kobe.
R.I.P. to him. But
Who also played 82 games.
Yes, yes, yes. I really love
His
that
work
about
ethic.
him.
Right, his work ethic,
Yeah, his
yeah.
work
No,
ethic,
and Kobe was a big part of he's still a big part of my coaching. From how I can talk about how his work ethic was and how everybody else needs to grow something like that, right? Mama mentality. But yeah, tennis ball and a basketball. That's how Curry got good with dribbling.
Yes.
You know, and so practicing those two things together and knowing it's funny because you can juggle it, but when you can move your hands quick and deal with the ball small and big and all that, that's a big thing what he did. But YouTube is where I've found a lot of his workouts. So yeah,
I'm always
You can do
sending
it.
her little clips of
Yeah,
look
you
what
can do it.
Thank
look
you.
what Kobe said. Look what Jordan said. Look what
Yeah.
Steph said. She's like, Mom, stop sending me
No,
tips.
like literally, if you go through my messages with my mom, all of it is a bunch of clips she sends me.
Inspirational
it's like
stuff.
40
I'm
in
always
one
like,
day.
check
I
this out.
cannot go through that. And I'm also,
Not 40,
I just
but-
see text message after text message after text message. I'm like, this is like the 40th note. I'm like, I'll watch it, but like, I can't watch all. She's like, did you watch it? I was like, which one is that? I don't remember that.
And I said, if you click on my stuff, her For You page will be all inspirational because everything I send her is
Oh, inspiration.
how
That's
to
good.
be a better
That's good
leader, how to be a better player on the court, off the court, character.
Yeah.
Because it's really big. I told her it doesn't matter how much talent you have if you do not have character. Like if you're not a good teammate, not a good person, I don't, because your character is gonna keep you in the room. Your talent will get you there, but your character and how you show up every day is what's gonna keep you there.
And people will sniff that out right away. If somebody's disingenuous and aren't who they portray themselves as, whether you're a basketball player, whether you're a youth mentor, a mom, a coach, it doesn't matter. People will sniff that out. So my message is just be authentic, be genuine. And if you're looking at starting a podcast, looking at writing a book, looking at being a leader in some capacity in the community, in your family and beyond, just get out there and do it.
Yes.
Seek out mentorship, be coachable, seek out advice from others that have been there and done that. There's a lot of inspirational people in the community and within your reach. Reach out to them, ask them to help you in any capacity, and if they can't, reach out to me, J-Rock, Evelina, Hope. We have the mental capacity and the experience level to help you grow, get inspired, get motivated, and that's what we're here for. We can't call ourselves leaders, ladies, if we're not gonna walk the walk and talk the talk. So you can find us at socialplugmedia.net. We're all over Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Spotify, YouTube. So we're gonna have this podcast out really soon. Hopefully while you're watching this, you'll be inspired and have something ingrained in you that whether you're a student, whether you're a young kid, or whether you're an adult, you're going to take something from this dialogue and, spin it in however you want to spin it, but make it inspirational where you get better and you level up every day. With that said, you're unplugged from the Social Plug Podcast, and we'll see you next time.